And that thing just connects with this Bluetooth through
Yeah.
Bluetooth.
So now we kind of have like a mic going on with it, which is gonna help us out. I'm gonna
Awesome.
give you the whole full treatment right now. Okay, this is actually how we do it in the Ivy League
Let's
and
do it.
whatnot. So, only way we do it.
Let's do it.
We
I'm
got the hot
excited.
towel, nice and steamy. Is that too hot?
Nah, it's
Burning
perfect.
scalp, perfect.
Damn, I haven't been treated this good in a while.
Oh
Hey,
man.
what's up, guys? My name is Cesar, and I run Supreme Barber Supply in Escondido, California. We are here at Ivy League Barber Academy in San Marcos with Wiley and a few students. We are live right now. We are live.
We got Caesar over here. We got you with Supreme Barber Supply. So tell me, man, what got you into barbering? Tell me about your background first before barbering. What was life before barbering for you?
Okay, so life after before barbering pretty much consisted of straight out of high school. I went to the Marine Corps.
Hmm.
Honestly, I didn't have any plans. I didn't know what to do. So fast forward 4 years of honorable service in the Marines.
Nice.
I was sitting in my barber's chair. I didn't know where my life was headed. Actually, I was in
Yeah.
college at the moment. You
Yeah.
know, like what people are kind of like programmed to do. You know, go to college and see what you do from there.
Yeah.
So I was sitting in my barber's chair. I was like, there has to be more to life than just going to school and stuff, man.
Hmm.
So I was looking at my barber and I was like, dang, he looks like he's having fun. I was just there waiting for to be next. He was cutting his client up, and
And where was this at?
this was at Junior's down the street.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this was at Junior's, and my barber over there,
Yeah.
David, at the moment.
Big ups to Juniors. Definitely one of the pioneers of the game over here in
Oh
North
yeah.
County, San Diego, for sure.
So
Been
I was
around
just,
for a while.
yeah, they have.
So that's kind of what motivated you to get into the barber
Yeah,
game,
you know,
right?
like I was just sitting there. I was watching him, just talking to his client. He was having a good time, and I was like, dang, I love to talk. If you guys know me, I love to talk. I could talk for a long time. My wife hates that,
But
and but it's my thing.
that's your thing.
So I love to talk. So I saw him just chilling, talking to his client. They were both just smiling and stuff. I was like, I want some of that,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want some of that.
yeah.
So I talked. It literally took that haircut session there to realize that, hey, I'm going to be signing up for barber school.
Yeah, so just like that one little
Just like
instant.
that, man. I
So
just needed
before
that.
that, did you ever have a thought about like wanting to become a barber
I had no idea, man. I would just go in there, get my cuts. I was,
or? Okay.
like any other person. I feel like they don't think barbering is like a real job or anything
I
like that.
know.
That
Yeah.
was me at the moment. I didn't even know. I didn't even have no idea about going in there. Like, oh, this is like a job.
This is the no.
This is a job.
A lot of people think it's kind of a stepping stone to something greater, right? But
Yeah,
they have
man.
no understanding that man, barbering can actually take you to a whole different height.
Oh, definitely. And that's what I've experienced so far in this. I've been cutting for 2 years now.
All right.
And it's crazy because barbering could take you anywhere.
Yeah,
You
man.
don't have to just be working at a shop.
Yeah.
You can go work, own your own business, work on your own barber shop, open it up,
Mhm.
supply store. You can go and try. If you work hard enough, you can try to get sponsored. You could travel. You could do anything. It all depends on you.
So, and the nice thing about it is you can kind of give yourself a raise anytime you
Oh
want.
yeah.
That's it.
Once you put in the work and all that
Mhm.
stuff, you treat your clients right and everything. You can always clients always want to pay for to get treated right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is the one thing that's most amazing about being a barber. You get to treat your clients right, and they'll treat you right too.
Yep. Now, what's it called? So, you said I know you were in the military. Originally from here in San Diego, or
Yeah.
born and raised?
Yeah, I was and raised here in Escondido, California.
Okay.
Doing my thing in high school over there at Orange Glen High
Yeah. Of
School. I didn't know what I wanted to do afterwards,
course.
honestly.
Is that part of the
And
reason why you joined the military?
yeah, I was like, what am I gonna do? I can't just go to school and waste my time there. I gotta waste my time somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah. Find
So I,
some sort of production, huh?
get some experience and stuff and leave the house.
Yeah.
So I decided to do that. It was worth it. Well, worth it. I matured really at a young age,
Mhm.
and yeah, pretty much. I grew up quick. Right there is where I got. I got married. I got my first son. Everything. So I
Yeah.
grew up pretty quick. I'm 25 years old right now. I joined when I was 17, and
So
you
you
know,
became a barber when you were 23 then, right?
yeah, when I was
That's awesome.
23, it's been an amazing journey. You know,
You see
things always happen
yourself
for a
like
reason.
being in the industry. What about the industry do you like most right
Honestly, my favorite thing about the industry is connecting with other like-minded barbers, man.
now?
That's
Yeah.
There's nothing more amazing to me than that. Like, for example, me and you, we spoke last time for like an hour,
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah,
and that
for
thing
real.
just felt like a 5 minute talk to me. It
Right.
was just, I love connecting with other like-minded barbers, and I just love being surrounded by it.
Yeah.
It's because you're just gonna keep growing, It's amazing, and I have a really small, like, I don't really talk. I talk to a lot of people, but I don't talk to a lot of people at the same time.
Yeah. Kind of like you talk to a lot of people more for business, but then at the same time your inner circle is
Oh yeah.
kind of a little different,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Now, what's it called? Do you have difficulties with any type of haircuts or hairstyles, or how do you feel
Yes.
about
Oh
that?
yes.
Yeah.
Like for these 2 years that I'm grateful for, that I've been cutting for, there's always going to be hard types textures
Dude,
that are really
absolutely.
hard to cut. Like
Yeah.
for example, straight hair.
Yeah.
You got that really fine hair. That's really hard for me.
Yep.
It's hard because it's you can't just put the clipper on them and expect it to cut everything at the same length.
Yep.
You're gonna have to find different corners, everything, especially for that hair, because that hair is like the most unforgiving. So that's
And the
definitely
one
one of
that
the
gives you the
hardest.
most splinters too, right?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Shoot.
and thick, super thick hair. Holy smokes, man.
Oh man.
Holy crap! Like my clippers, my magic clips won't go through.
Yeah.
I have to bust out the seniors and stuff, something stronger.
Right.
So those are really hard too. Those give really bad splinters as well. They're literally just like little needles.
Dude, I hate it when what's it called? When I'm about to go to bed and I pull the covers over my feet and all of a sudden I feel, hair splinters on top of my feet. I'm like, what
Oh
the
my
heck? How did this
goodness.
happen?
How did it get through your freaking
Dude,
shoe,
right?
huh?
I mean, I gotta wear some shell toes like Tony over here. I'll be okay.
Get some steel toes just to be in
Yeah,
case.
for real.
I know. I've tried to. Have you ever had one on your nipple, though? Is what I'm asking.
Damn.
Have you ever had a hair splinter on your nipple?
No, no, not haven't had
Oh
that
my
yet.
goodness, man. On
On
your
the
nipple.
nipple.
Literally straight in your nipple,
Yeah.
bro.
I know you can't tell because you got hair all over your chest. So. Yeah, you didn't know. Yeah. Now for you, that's an ingrown.
Those are so painful, man. Oh, you're cutting. It's gonna. I had to literally. I was cutting a client halfway through the haircut. You know how you're just moving up and down your arm to
Yeah.
cut hair. So it was rubbing against my nipple the whole time. So that hair splinter kept stabbing me the whole time. I'm like,
Oh
holy
shoot.
smokes!
Yeah.
I had to take it out. That thing
Oh
hurt.
yeah.
But nothing's worse than having a hair splinter kind of underneath the nail.
Oh yeah. That's definitely
You
painful.
try to
You got
take it
no
out
one
and you
has
stab it
that?
in
Yeah,
more.
for sure. Seems like an ice pick is just under there.
Yeah, and those are just so
That
brutal.
actually, there was one time where it killed my nail. And what's it called?
Damn.
Like my half of my nail came off. I was like, what the?
Holy
It
smokes,
took
man.
about 5 months for the nail to be regular size again. I had like a little baby nail, like a
Five
ring finger.
months?
Yeah, it was weird looking.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god, man.
It's
See,
crazy though. Have you heard about that though? Like some barbers actually getting hair splinters.
was that?
They need a surgery. They need
Wait,
surgery or something like that to remove
yeah,
them out.
yeah,
I
I've
think
seen
that's
that.
freaking brutal,
I
huh?
know. Well, they actually have to cut you open and then
Yeah. Before it
what's it
gets
called? And stitch
infected
you
and stuff.
up. Yeah, no.
I think that's pretty crazy. I think like the only way to prevent stuff like something like that would be wearing gloves all the time. And I know a lot of people don't like wearing gloves.
Right.
It's kind of uncomfortable
Yeah,
sometimes,
I know. I tried it, man, and for me, I just couldn't get the same feel as if I were cutting, without it. So for me, it's no glove all day,
Yeah, same here.
all
Unless
around in life.
I'm
No.
doing. Oh my
No.
god.
uh, uh, but it's just I just couldn't get comfortable with it with wearing gloves. So, but I get the reason why people do it though.
Oh yeah, like I always thought about it at the same time. I bought some gloves last time. I'm like, you know what?
Hmm.
Those splinter days are over. And
Yeah.
then that one time I don't want to wear them, I get splinters. So I was like, dang.
I always find myself cutting my fingers though with the shears whenever I have gloves on, cause I
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, I never, yeah, right, cause,
Really?
huh? They save you? Dang.
I think so.
All of a sudden, like, man, how'd you get those mesh gloves, Lance? Like, no, they're not mesh. I just keep cutting them up. Uh,
It's funny.
for real, yeah. Like, dang, you got workout gloves on right now? Why you got that? Where the fingertips go, Lance?
That's hilarious.
That's part of the fun of being in the barber shop, though, right? It's
Oh
like gigging with
yeah.
each
Oh
other and
yeah, man. Once
everything.
you find a spot, like it takes a while sometimes, but once you find a spot you like to, you like to vibe with everyone. Everyone's on the same page.
Yeah.
Everyone's having a good time. You definitely can stay there for years and
Oh
years.
yeah,
But if
for
not,
sure.
don't give up. It's like you're always gonna find it sooner or later,
Yeah, absolutely.
and you'll know.
That's why you don't want to graduate. You're ready to finish first.
You're gonna stay here
Hey, all
forever,
right, that's
huh?
fine.
I want to stay here too, man.
He's our senior, senior. He's our senior, senior, senior. He's our
Super
super
senior.
senior. Yeah, I know. Pretty crazy. But what do you see, man? Like, what's your vision? How come open a supply store?
Honestly, like as a barber, I was tired of driving everywhere, like freaking 30, 40 minutes. I don't, a lot of people don't have the time for that.
Yeah.
And
Oh, for supplies.
yeah, supplies and all that. And I'd love to go to supply store. It's a candy store at the end of the day, you know?
Such a dangerous candy
Oh,
store, man. You got one of the
definitely.
most dangerous ones out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to make it to. I went to a lot of supply stores, and they're all pretty legit. They're all cool.
Yeah.
But they all. I feel like they needed a little bit something else, like a little twist.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to bring to North County. Like a lot of barbers out here, they have to drive far. To get like certain exclusive stuff. So I wanted to make it more accessible for all the barbers.
Okay. Yeah.
And I feel like as a barber, you kind of know what barbers want. So
Mhm.
I decided to bring that to North County, and it's been awesome. It's been amazing.
Yeah. And it's just like investing in your tools and that kind of
Oh
stuff
yeah,
is it's almost like a basketball player. Of course, when you wear the J's, you feel like you're a different player,
yeah,
and you
man.
just have that extra little pep in your step when you're ready to ball
Exactly.
up.
Confidence
So
goes a long way.
absolutely, and it goes the same way, man. When it goes to barbering, if you have the right clippers, if you have the right guards, the newest things, obviously you feel good. You're gonna
Oh
display
yeah,
good.
it's the same thing. It's like barbering, man. Like
Yeah.
you're when it's like a client. A client comes in here, they're not feeling that well. They have a hair. They have the long hair like me.
Uh-huh.
I came in here. I'm like,
Yeah.
not to my full potential.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
walking out of here, I know I'm gonna go tear stuff up. I'm gonna go
Uh-huh.
make. I'm gonna go put in work.
We're all gonna go to Inland Tavern right after this.
Hey, let's
Just kidding. We're all
go.
married and stuff. We got kids at home.
Everyone went by me, babe.
But
If you're watching this.
I hope so. Hopefully that's the case. Hopefully you're happy with the haircut. That would be my
Oh, of
last thing.
course, man. When you get a haircut, it's like a confidence booster, man.
Yeah,
That's why I feel like the barber has a lot of power when
we
it comes to
do.
the confidence of people to change a lifestyle. Even, you know, a lot of people like Country Club here, Ivy League. They go out there and do a lot of. They cut the less fortunate out there in San Diego, and I feel like that's super important to be, with the community,
Yeah,
because you gotta treat people right. You gotta give back always.
yeah, absolutely, man.
Like there's a lot of people. A lot of times we think we have it bad, but we really don't.
We
We're really
really don't,
blessed, to
right?
be honest. And there's a lot of people out there living, on the streets and stuff. And
Mhm.
us giving back is always legit.
Yeah, absolutely.
It might change your life. I've heard stories about a homeless guy getting a haircut, and literally that gave him the confidence to go get a job,
Yep.
and it turned his life around.
Yeah.
So the power that us barbers have to impact anybody's life is major.
Mhm.
We're over here cutting people hair for weddings, their kids' first haircut.
Right.
That's pretty
Milestones,
extreme.
crazy
Yeah,
milestones
that's huge if you ask me.
we're a part of. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. And they
It's
take
insane.
pictures and stuff, and 10, 15 years when you're going through the pictures.
Mhm.
Oh, I did that haircut. Holy smokes.
Right. Yeah, it's
It's
pretty insane.
insane.
I
Yeah.
think the coolest thing is like, being a barber for 5 years now, seeing kids that I cut up their freshman year are now going to college, and
Oh yeah.
it's wild to see. And half of them are taller than me now. I'm like, man, what the heck?
Don't you feel like those are kind of like your kids now?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I
Like
mean,
you literally watch them grow, like literally their hair and themselves.
yeah, yeah, for real. No, that's definitely no joke.
Oh
It's
my
wild to
god.
see that, but you still see them as that, like,
That
say,
little
man,
kid,
thank you.
right?
you still see him as that like little young kid, but
No, yeah,
and
it's
you
just
do.
love at the end of the day, man.
I think the biggest compliment sometimes as a barber for those kids though is when they go out to college but they don't get a haircut and so they come back.
Then
They're like,
they're
man, I got 6 months of hair that I got to cut off this guy.
yeah,
But
loyalty. It's
I
crazy, man.
know,
It goes such a long way, and he always makes you feel good as a barber. Like you're doing your job right, you're taking care of them,
right?
and yeah, it's amazing. I feel like that's one of the things that in barbering keeps you pushing because a lot of the things it may seem repetitive at times.
Yeah.
So I feel like that gives you such a great confidence boost
Oh yeah.
always.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome, man. Like I
Mhm.
said, like what else? There's not a lot of things that you can give away as just effort, man. It's just
Yeah.
our talent can provide so much self-esteem.
Oh yeah.
And it was even one point where we were cutting the homeless, and one of the homeless people that we were cutting took the effort to go to a library to write us a review on Google for the country
Wow.
club. Like, man, that's wild.
Wow.
This
People
person,
who have all
yeah,
the, don't even who have all the access to that don't even do that now.
yeah, I know.
So he
So,
went literally out of his way. You can tell he was
hmm
pretty grateful.
so what stuck
Man,
out
it's
most?
crazy.
Obviously, I know your story when you went to juniors and then what's it called? You kind of was like, man, this would be a fun job, but now obviously your passion is greater than ever, right?
Hmm.
But what kind of sticks out? Name some of the three things that stuck out in the barber world for you that made you so passionate about the craft.
Honestly, it starts with, like when you first start in barbering, it's like, you go mess up, smoke a lot of haircuts and stuff, but
Hmm.
it's a lot of the times it's not all those haircuts you mess up that make you feel great. It's that one time the haircut came out good, you're like, oh, okay, all these hours and stuff
That's
on
all.
YouTube, all these hours just watching other people cut,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. Like it's worth it. Just smile on the client, when you give them the mirror, they're like, oh dang, okay, okay.
Okay, I see
Yeah,
you.
your
Yeah, yeah.
confidence just goes big. It just
No.
that's literally something money can't buy.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that got me, like it gets me really going when it comes to barbering.
Hmm.
That joy of literally,
Well, for
it's
me, it
it's
was like,
insane.
what's it called? What stuck out most to me was
Hmm.
when I knew I was going to be a barber for the rest of my life, is obviously the impact that we have, right?
Oh
But I
yeah, it's
remember one
major.
time when I first started, there was, a client that would come in every couple weeks, but then ended up coming 3 times in a week and a half. And I'm like, man, what's going
Holy
on?
smokes.
And he opened up and said, this is the only place I feel good right now because everything at home is not good. I'm
Oh
like, man,
man, that hits home,
and
man.
that's insane that we can have a community like that, or we can have a culture like that in the
Oh
barber
yeah,
shop
yeah, because
that
it
can
goes
really change
deeper.
someone's
Yeah,
livelihood in a
yeah,
sense,
because it goes deeper than barbering. Like that, it changes people's lives. Like
Yep.
it's kind of like a place where people can come and feel a home away from home, and I feel like that's the
True.
best thing ever.
Yeah.
And
So
I feel like
where do you see like barbering going right now? Like what do you see as far as for the trends? I mean, you're talking to every single barber shop right now, I'm sure in
hmm
North County, right?
oh
So
yeah,
what do you feel like the trend is for barbering at the
the
moment?
trend for barbering, it's crazy because I feel like there's trends. There's never really new trends. They're just trends that come back after
Yeah.
being,
Oh,
after
dude.
they left, like the
Look at my
90s and all
mullet,
that
bro.
stuff.
I'm trying to grow
Exactly.
this
Look at
mullet
that.
right
It's
now, trying to
fire.
get it back.
And it's
So,
coming back. I
yeah.
was about to tell you too. Give me the mullet.
Yeah, you should have told me I already cut the back up. Dang it. That would have been fun.
Yeah, man. Because I honestly, it's like business in the front, party in the back.
I know. Me and Alex over there, we have a little competition right now. Look at this. He's got a thick mullet that's growing right now, though. I'm a little bummed out. His is growing out. His is growing out.
Yeah, man. This mullets look definitely like fun.
Yeah.
Woo, let's do it, man.
I'm gonna switch it up
Party in
though.
the
I'm gonna
back.
get my nape shave and put Supreme on the back real quick, dude. Let me do it. Our senior, you got that.
Did it over here a little bit.
No.
Yeah, it's cool. We just let it chill for like 5 minutes or so. And then,
So what do you think about like business wise? Do you do anything as far as for getting your mindset right business wise or?
honestly, like I feel like I'm on autopilot most of the time, which is
Hmm.
good and not good at the same time because I'm still learning. I've been in this for like 2.5 months already, 3 months,
Yeah.
and I'm learning how to. You learn as you go. Firstly, you learn as you go, And a lot of the things, it's all about balance. Because if you let go of one thing, it's just gonna be trouble.
Yeah.
So I'm learning a lot of things. I'm glad to have people like yourself who have experience as well. So
No, man.
I never have questions. I'll always come up to you, and
I think in any business, obviously, like not advice or anything, but what I just
hmm
realized is that any business, you have to have a purpose for it,
oh
because
yeah,
that purpose is what's going to really get you to the next level. So, whether if it's your business as a barber, or whether if it's your business as an owner, or whether it's your business as anything, like you have to have a certain purpose that's greater than making money. You know
oh
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because chasing the money is not going to be good.
It won't last long,
It won't last long.
and
And
you still won't
again,
be happy.
yeah, absolutely. And it goes back down to like success, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
success, if you don't find fulfillment, is the ultimate failure,
Oh yeah, because
right?
you could think money is the greatest success, but once you have it and you're still empty inside,
It's not
it's
worth it.
pointless.
Yeah,
So I feel
absolutely.
like I feel like exactly that. Like once
Yeah,
you're passionate about something, money, it is important. Don't get me wrong, but if you care more about what you're doing and all that, it'll easily come, and like
absolutely.
almost without working super hard, because when you love what you do, it's like you don't
Yeah.
feel too tired. I mean,
Oh
you get
no.
mentally tired, but you keep going because you love to do it.
Yeah,
You don't
absolutely.
go out of your way by doing it. So,
I heard something that's pretty cool too, and I'm sure that you can relate now, and that's why you're working so hard. Is like for me, do you have a plan B right now? Like let's say for example, worst case scenario, and obviously we don't like to put ourselves in that situation, right? Business
hmm
owning a business and everything, but how do you feel about that? Do you have a plan B?
honestly, like, it would be cool. Like, we thought about it, obviously. Like, yeah, a plan B would be the smart way to go and everything, but I feel like once you're all in, you're not afraid to sacrifice
That's what I'm
the
talking
last
about.
$10 on your pocket, man, to invest in
Yeah.
yourself. You're not
Yo,
scared, and I don't want to have a plan B because I'm fully in
you're
this. There's no
exactly.
way I'm gonna fail.
That's exactly what I was gonna get to, man. And honestly, like having a plan B just gets in the way of your plan A,
Yeah, your full
right?
potential. It
Exactly.
interferes with it, and it's almost like a lot of people, they want to do stuff but they don't do it because they're scared.
That's
But
scared, yeah.
if you never try it, you're never gonna
You're never
know,
gonna know,
and you could be the next greatest thing. You never
right?
know.
That's so
So
true,
that's
man.
what I feel about everything of what we do. In general, I tell people all the time. Whenever they ask me if they're unsure of something, like I tell them, just do it, man. What do you got to lose? Time.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a little bit of time instead of spending your whole life thinking of, oh
Right?
dang,
I
like yeah,
know.
like oh,
Yeah.
that could have gone right. That
Because
could have
even if
been.
it went wrong, it only took let's say it did go
Yeah.
wrong, and then it's only a year of your life that went wrong. But
Yeah.
I'd rather do that than have the rest of my 60 years of living regretting not seeing if it
Exactly.
went wrong or not. So,
Exactly.
but I like that's a perfect answer, man. Because honestly, that's what it is. You have to kind of put yourself, with your back on the wall
Oh yeah.
in order for you to try to, what's it called, to make sure that you're fighting and you're able to
Exactly, man.
prevail.
Exactly. Like a lot of the times, it's like you gotta put yourself. You gotta obviously. You want something, but you obviously have to be fully invested into it because it's almost like a dream without a plan. It's pointless.
Yep,
So you really have
exactly.
to work towards it. And even if you fail, it's not really failing because you're gonna learn, and you're gonna go. Even if you go to a different direction, you're already gonna know what's up.
Well, I think the biggest thing is when you have that mindset of I can't fail, you subconsciously start doing things to make sure that you don't fail. So it just naturally happens that you will be successful.
Oh yeah, exactly. I feel like one of the greatest things, like for example, yourself and me, we have a very supportive wife behind
Yeah,
all this, so I feel like that
right?
helps
My
out so
goodness,
much
so
too.
much.
It's like a lot of stress, obviously,
Yeah.
honestly, taken off.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when they're supporting you and not
Oh
giving you a hard
yeah.
time when you come home after a late night. Like they understand the purpose too.
Oh yeah,
And
of course.
it's definitely harder to do it without any type of support.
Exactly. It's one of the things that honestly keeps me going. Our kids and stuff.
Yeah.
You obviously want them to have a better life than you
I
did,
don't know.
and you don't want to see. No one ever wants to see their kids struggle and stuff.
No, absolutely
You're
not.
gonna want them to give them, obviously, spoil them, but not to the point where they're ungrateful either.
Hmm.
So I feel like that's one of the things we all have in common is we always want to give our seed, the
Yeah.
best things available.
So, what's it called? Did you ever think about opening up a shop before you did the supply store, or was it like, no, the demand is there. I know I need to open up a supply
Honestly,
store
man,
before.
like we were thinking about it for a couple months. We're like, well, what would you want to do? We wanted to open a barbershop, go the traditional way. We wanted to
Yeah.
see like, okay, let's open up a barbershop. But
Hmm.
I know there's like a lot of competition of it, and the way I seen it is like, you know what? I love being a barber and everything, but I want to be like, I want to give something that we all need out here,
Yeah.
because the barbershops out here, there's so many of them. They're all great. Obviously, in Escondido area, you hear about the top one. That's where I'm from. It's Country Club Barbershop, All Stars Barbershop,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now the Fade Lounge.
Yeah. There's a
But
lot,
so
dude.
there's a
Escondido.
lot of barbershops coming up. So it's
Heck
it's
yeah.
really good for the community. A lot of us are gonna get together. We're
Yeah.
gonna put literally North County on the map.
I think so.
I think so too,
I
man.
feel
It's
bad,
great.
man. I feel like, man, we got so many like secret hitters over here.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude.
freaking Chewy, come on now.
Chuy Filoso, oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
I've been watching him for a while. Hey, he finally started following me back a couple months ago.
Oh man, you had to bribe him,
Yeah,
huh?
literally.
You had to bribe him. Chewy, you hear that, man? This guy had to bribe you to get a follow, bro. Had to
I
give you those
know.
free clippers, those free exclusive clippers he told you, right? No.
uh,
Well, that's
the
what's
little
up.
mister.
So how'd you build all the connections that you have then to supply your stuff?
Honestly, through a lot of work, because we learned through trial and error. The first places you go to are not always the best.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, $500. We went. We didn't. We don't. You don't need much money,
Mm-hmm.
to start anything. You just gotta start it.
You just
So
have
we
to,
had a
yeah.
couple. We had like a good amount of money, like nothing crazy. Well, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people think you need like 20 and above. You really don't. So we started off with we invested in this place. I'm not gonna say its name, obviously,
Yeah, of course.
but we spent $500 here,
Mm-hmm.
and we got three things, and shipping was like $50. So we got three things. That's what we started off with, and now over the 2 months, literally, that we've been in business,
Yeah.
we can now use those $500 and get like 20, 30 other
That's
things.
crazy. That's great.
So you have to really dig around. You're gonna lose money, but you're never gonna lose what you call it, knowledge.
Just
I
growing
feel like
pains,
it's
right?
exactly.
The L's are never
Yeah,
losses. The
exactly,
L's are
man.
learning
You'll lose
experiences.
money, but you're gonna gain a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So now it's just using the money wisely and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we like to take care of our barbers. I feel like there's a lot of supply stores out there that are they're not barbers, but I feel like it's gonna be a huge thing because you know what you're talking about. Products, clippers. You can connect with barbers on a whole different level.
Yeah,
So I think
absolutely.
it's amazing. I love to take care of my barbers, give them the best prices available too.
Well, that's gonna come back, right? Because
Yeah,
I mean, it's
exactly.
gonna, it's gonna come back to you in tenfolds. I mean, the biggest thing is when it comes down to like owning a business, we do have the power to be able to like give something. The biggest
Hmm.
thing is obviously like not expecting anything in return,
Oh yeah.
and it normally comes back to you when you don't expect it.
Exactly, man. Like for example, I didn't come up my like growing up. I didn't have a lot of money. A lot
Hmm.
of people actually paid for me to play sports and stuff because I literally didn't have money.
Yeah.
So growing up, pretty much humbled. Appreciative of everything,
Hmm.
and I want to literally give it back to everyone. Literally, it doesn't matter if you're a barber or not. People
Right.
come in like sometimes they can't afford stuff. People who order online, I throw in extra stuff. 'Cause sometimes I know they want stuff, but we all can't afford it.
No.
But it's those little things that go a long way. Their
Absolutely.
comments, they message me saying like, "Oh dang, you hooked me up, dude." There's no better feeling than that.
I
Than an
know.
extra 20, $30 that I could have profited.
Well,
You know.
especially when it's like, you never know too, because what if this person ends up blowing up or something like that, and then you're gonna be someone that they're gonna remember,
Oh, of
and
course.
it's all about making an impact in people's lives, and obviously you have the power to do that by helping them out.
Exactly,
But again,
man.
it goes back to straight gratitude where you don't expect anything in return.
Exactly, man. That's why I also have a YouTube channel, which is I
Yeah,
am Cesar, and I literally documented my whole barber journey from student,
that's
pretty
tight.
much to now. And honestly, like it helps out a lot of people. You never know, like around the world. I got followers everywhere, and it's cool. Like you're just hoping they enjoy your content at the end of the day. But for them to
Uh-huh.
tell you like, oh, it's been helping me get through barber school and all that,
Yeah.
there's no greater thing than that. And
It's
it's not like I'm charging them.
no.
So it's like free stuff. It's like at the end of the day, I like to go back and look at it, replay it myself. and other people can enjoy it and impact them at the same time. So
Hmm.
that's always nice.
Yeah, making that impact is
Yeah,
definitely a
man,
bigger
I'm telling
thing.
you, there's no greater feeling, and
Well, I mean, dude, like, Tony over here doing his first battle and you sponsoring
yeah,
him is
it's
freaking
crazy.
huge,
Yeah, man,
dude.
because we thought about it. It's like, nobody. A lot of the times, people are afraid to ask, and literally, that's all you need to
Yeah,
get your foot in the door.
yeah.
Like this guy, for example, Rudy. He's a student here at Ivy League Academy,
Hmm.
and he was the only one who's asked us of sponsorship. It
Right?
started off as a joke. We both laughed at it, but it got serious after a few
He's
more
like,
attempts. So we're like, yeah, you know what? For your first battle, we're gonna throw all this stuff at you. We believe in you, obviously,
yeah.
and
Sometimes
confidence
that
goes a
goes a
long
little
way.
work,
Yeah, man. I never seen how he cut or anything. It's just about believing.
Yeah.
So that didn't really matter, anyways.
Hey man,
He
this
did.
guy right here, freaking a student. Huh? I know. Oh yeah. What's his IG tag again?
Yeah, what is it? El Rudo
Oh,
Fades.
there you go. Get the plug. Get the plug in there.
Of course, man. And
Yeah,
then so he
it's all
did
about the
well.
plug.
We went to go see his first battle and everything. Proud of
Yeah.
him. It takes a lot of guts to be in there and
Yeah.
compete.
I've never done it.
I've never done it
I've never done
either.
it.
I've always wanted to, but you know what? I've always been, but
I know.
eventually our time will come too.
I think for me, man, it's just always that white belt mentality.
Hmm.
I always just want to keep learning in this industry. There's no haircut that I've perfected or do great at. I feel like every single job that I do, like, do you feel that way too? Do you feel like every haircut that you
Honestly,
do is like there's
bro,
something that you can work on
yeah, I
better?
feel like, as a humans, as barbers especially, we're never content. Someone
Yeah,
could be like, oh, dang, your haircuts are super fire, but you will, as a barber, your cut, you will
yeah,
always, we're our own critiques, our biggest criticizers.
yeah. I
So
know.
that's a great thing and a bad thing, because a good thing is you're always going to push to get better.
But I,
And a bad
yeah,
thing is because you'll never think like you're good enough.
right. But I always tell everyone too is like, when you hear yourself, when you hear your voice,
Oh,
like
ill.
it's yeah, exactly. I don't think there's one person that likes the way they sound. You could even be a great singer and hear your
Heck
voice
no,
and you'd be like,
man.
man, what the heck?
I hear
But
myself on like recording on Instagram and
yeah,
Snapchat. I'm like, ugh.
yeah, you
I
don't
sometimes have to do a double take.
exactly. Like you don't hear any of the good. You only hear all the imperfections,
Oh
right?
yeah.
I think that's the same thing as a barber or as a stylist. Is like you see your haircuts as your voice. Like you see only the imperfections and that's it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's like the only way I can explain it because I have no confidence whatsoever in my haircut. This right here is uncomfortable being on the camera and trying to post a picture right now, But
Man, honestly,
mm,
this is the beginning to a great thing, bro. And I think the confidence thing is just one thing one works at. And
yeah,
you'll get there,
absolutely.
man. I mean, you have tremendous guts right now. A lot of people aren't doing this
Uh,
because they're afraid, either afraid to get judged by other people,
yep.
or they just, they haven't had the courage to build up to it. And it is a huge step for a lot of people, man. Even for myself, like all this stuff, the answers and stuff, it's in front of the camera. It's like, I
Like
don't
brand
know.
new,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
brand new. I've never done it before, and
I've never asked these questions before, so I think you're doing all right so
yeah,
far,
man,
man.
I think we're doing just fine, and a
But
lot of people are gonna enjoy and benefit from it.
what's dope about this though is that like that's honestly how I cut hair anyway. So anyone that sits in my chair, I'm always kind of probing and asking questions. Obviously, you'll have your clients that don't want to talk whatsoever,
Oh
and
yeah,
that's respectable. That's fine. But I always just like want to hear everything because that's my favorite part about this is meeting people, learning from everyone that sits in my chair. Regardless if I'm cutting one person up a day or if
oh
I'm
yeah.
cutting friggin' 10 or 12 or
That's
14
my
people.
that's my favorite thing as well, man. You get to meet some awesome people, man. You get to know them in a personal level.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You just literally you change their day.
Yeah.
You shift it, and eventually they're gonna come back looking for you and be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" It feels like family
Yeah.
when they come looking for you, and so it feels great. I love talking to people and just pretty much meeting them on a deeper personal level.
What else, man? Like, so, business-wise, what do you see yourself doing in the next year? And then we'll go to the next 5 years, and then let's see what kind of impact you want to make in this industry.
Honestly, man, I don't really see it as
Yeah, thank
you.
you.
I don't
Have a good
really
one.
see it as years or something like that. I have like a
Uh-huh.
somewhat of a set plan I want to carry myself as. Literally just taking care of people, giving them their needs and everything. Obviously getting bigger, expanding to a bigger spot, because I
Maybe
feel
next
like they
door.
deserve it. Hey,
Yeah.
exactly. Like I told you, I'm gonna talk to my wife because it's literally something we've been talking about
Yeah,
for the past month.
that's cool.
So, and literally, it's perfect. San Marcos.
Dude,
So we want to obviously expand. And what other great place than this? I literally recommend this place to people who want to become barbers. I tell them, bro, you're not gonna find a better place than Ivy League.
dude,
I
regardless
literally
if you
tell them,
don't, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna mess with your hair even if you don't. All
oh, oh, praise the Lord.
right, so
Whew.
no, you don't gotta worry about
Nah,
that.
but I'm serious. Like, this is honestly a well-built school. The freaking barbers here, the instructors, everything. It's pretty much a dream barber school, to be honest.
I appreciate
It's
that,
one of the
man.
schools I would have wanted to go to when I was going to school. And just the environment here is a whole different level, man. This is that barber shop, literally the real behind the chair in the real barber shop. This is how it is.
Well, we try to give them real life. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
state board is important, obviously, because it's the only way you can get licensed. But
Mhm.
I mean, in all reality, you can probably, if you're ready to grind, you can learn state board in a matter of a month or two, if you
Exactly.
really wanted to. So we try to show them here different aspects of barbering. And how about you? Like, what's some stuff about barbering that you had a hard time with? Like building
Honestly,
clientele. How'd you do that?
honestly, yeah, that thing. Well, it came really natural to me, honestly, because I'm a talker. I'm a social person.
Yeah.
But if one of those things I didn't really get taught in school, and that was like clearly advertising yourself, building your clientele, learning how to cut, because I
Yeah.
didn't really have much of that at
Oh,
all.
really?
So I literally did it myself. I took that step forward and
Yeah.
did that myself. But if I was in a school like this, oof, I would have been so much prepared. But life always throws you situations you're never prepared for. So
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe you wouldn't be in the position you're in right now.
exactly.
You know
So
what I mean?
I had
So
to
definitely
grind.
no regrets there,
Oh
which is
yeah,
always good to
not at
hear.
all. I always tell the people that too. Like I'm not saying I didn't like going to Bellis. I just I'm proud of going there, of
Yeah.
all the people I met, because that's literally what made me become the person I am right
Mhm.
today. So
Absolutely.
there's never regrets. All the people I met, it's amazing. A lot of people I still talk to nowadays. We keep in contact. You have your 2 people, 3 people you like to keep in contact for a long time,
Yeah.
and that's all it is, man.
No regrets,
Heck
right?
no,
No
man. No regrets.
regrets. But yeah, all right. So end of the year, like, what's the goal by the end of the year?
Honestly, to be out of that little spot we started off.
Yeah.
Hey, man, right here, man.
I'm telling you, they're gonna be moving here
Let's
soon.
go, man. I'm ready. I'm ready
Thumbs
for the next
down.
level.
Yeah.
Ready for the next level. All the stress that comes with it, it's all good. It's all worth it.
And what do you see yourself like doing in the next maybe 5, 6 years or so?
Honestly, having 2 locations, most likely.
Cool. What would be? Well, you don't have to share your next location, but
Just something like that.
so something
Something
like.
similar to it.
All right. Cool.
Maybe something that hasn't been really seen out there.
Yeah.
I want to bring it out there, and it's all for barbers, for us, for people, everything. It's just because it'd be selfish to say, yeah, I'm doing it for myself, but
Mhm.
I feel like we're doing it for everyone, like
Yeah, absolutely.
just because we care about the community and everything.
That sense of purpose when someone else is depending on you, I think, is what helps push us. Like when you're depending on yourself, you could say I'll just do it tomorrow. But when there's
Yeah,
other people depending on you,
you
you
got to
can't.
do it.
Yeah, you have to do it.
Mhm.
You have to be accountable. You have to be
Exactly.
like your integrity can't be questioned. You know what I'm saying? When there's
Yeah.
other people involved. So
Of course, because people are always, for example, we're kind of on the spotlight somewhat. So a lot of people, they either want to see us fail
yeah.
or they expect a lot. They want to see us strive. So we can't let those people down. Can't, even for yourself, you got to just keep grinding and people are always believing in you. So we always got to, you motivate somebody at the end of the day,
Yeah.
someone out there watching. So you can't, there's no way, there's no turning back.
Well, I mean, don't want to brag, but the Ivy League Barber Academy YouTube videos, we have
Hey.
4 subscribers. So get
Oh,
ready. We're gonna
bro,
have at
don't
least 2 of those watch this
don't you
video.
worry about it, man.
One of them's my mom. No, I'm kidding.
One of them's
Okay.
myself.
Want me to trim the top a little bit there for
Sure,
you?
man. Do your thing, man. I trust you.
That's a wrong decision, man.
It's all good.
Okay.
But 4 subscribers is not a lot, man, and it's not a lot. It's not bad start at all. You're gonna get subscribers. The content you're doing, man. The visions you already have the what we talked about before is gonna four is it's gonna become a lot more later on.
Hmm.
For example, mine started off with literally I have screenshots of my when I started my YouTube channel and I had
Yeah.
like 6 views. I had like
Oh,
two subscribers, which was myself and my other account.
and you made another account just to like keep
Yeah,
viewing them?
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna view it. I'm gonna subscribe. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna be like, cool video, bro.
Yeah, right?
And next thing after time of grinding and stuff, enjoying obviously what you do, it became
Hmm.
right now I'm sitting at 4,200 subscribers.
That's awesome.
Which isn't a lot, but I'm so grateful for every single
Bro,
one of
that's
them.
4,200 impressions that,
That's
people that you're
crazy.
impacting. That's a lot of people,
Exactly,
man.
man. And I have no doubt in my mind that you're gonna get there easily, bro.
Yeah,
It's
I appreciate
a lot of
that,
people aren't
man.
doing this, and man, like I told you, the your mind, man, great minds.
So
I'm telling you,
took
you're
about
gonna
two
get there.
years. Like, how long did it take for your first 1,000?
It probably took me around 8 months or so.
8 months or so?
Yeah, and that's with constant uploading. You got to be consistent.
Yeah.
When I stopped, I sat at 4,000 for a while
Yep.
because I was in the process of 2 months of doing, working on my supply store and everything.
Oh yeah.
So I stopped uploading, but when you keep uploading, people love it. They love the
Yeah.
consistency. They love to watch videos, man.
So
They're always
true.
gonna learn. Like as barbers, we're always when we're out of work, we're on Instagram looking at other people cut. It's
Right? I
crazy, you
know.
know.
Yeah. You
Oh
like
man,
literally become obsessed over the whole
yeah.
craft, man.
And yeah, it's crazy. I love doing it. Before I go to sleep, I watch a couple videos.
Yeah.
Random people doing their thing, and I always give them their kudos too. It's you always got to show love where it's everywhere. You should expect it back. You got to show love.
Well, I know that what's it called? Like for the country club, because I didn't know how to market or anything, and
Oh
I was
yeah,
like, YouTube is free, so why not? As a small business,
yeah, man.
utilize every tool that you have, right?
Tell us about how you started with your country club, man.
Dude,
Like, dude, you literally started it right after barber school, right?
yeah, so I actually signed a lease for that spot that we're at in Escondido in November. My state board wasn't until January.
Holy smokes! So you weren't
So I was like,
licensed at the moment, and you
no,
opened
no. Well, I
a
signed the
barber.
lease. And I didn't have much money to open it up, so I
Uh
did,
huh.
all the construction by myself, or a majority of it myself.
And what were your thoughts with that, man? Like, were you scared? Were you like,
Hell
what at the time?
yeah,
What were you
dude.
thinking? Like,
Check
you're
this
like,
out,
holy
bro.
crap, man.
So, like, with me, the way it started was like I just got married and get home, and little did I know that the employer that I was working at um, decided to make a change, and I was going to either get demoted, move to a different department, or they also gave me the option to leave. So I was like, all right, I guess this is the time before we have any kids to go ahead and start a new career. So that's when I decided to like leave the place that I was at and start a new career as a barber. And barbering, honestly, like when I first started,
Hmm.
dude, the school that I went to ended up shutting down after I
Oh
graduated.
man.
After I graduated, though, so I got my
Okay.
license and everything. But
Yeah.
it was literally just go in the corner and watch YouTube videos for 1,500 hours.
Holy smokes. I
So,
feel like that's
anyways,
my story too.
yeah. So what's kind of wild about it, dude, is like before, right when I graduated, or right when I quit my job, I find out that my wife is pregnant, that we're due, and we're
Holy
like, all right,
crap.
now the pressure's
Yeah,
really
the
on.
pressure is
Now the
really
pressure's
on.
really on because I have an actual family now, and I made it so that way there is no plan B. I dumped everything I had
Exactly.
into that
You're fully
and
invested at the
fully
moment.
invested into it.
Uh huh.
And that's, I was working open to close. Would take the last call, even though it says 7 o'clock close. I'll take them at 7:30, and they'll be by myself in the shop
Oh
sometimes, all the way
yeah.
until 11 o'clock at night. I had to be obsessive, making sure the thing was fulfilled, like everything was good.
It's crazy, man.
That's how kind of the country
That's
club came to happen,
that's
right?
crazy because a lot of people don't see that.
Yeah.
Heck no, they just see it done already, and they don't see the amount of work and all that it took. Literally, your after hours is literally what you
Yeah.
had to do a lot of.
Yeah, with that I enjoy it though. And like you said, it
Oh
goes back
yeah,
to
exactly,
having the right
man.
support system,
Exactly.
having a wife that was all about it, and like
Exactly, man. That's how I feel it on a super personal level, man. Because that's what it was for us.
yeah,
We were there. We were fixing stuff ourselves. Obviously, when money is limited, you gotta do a lot of stuff yourself, and you learn a lot, which is super awesome. You learn, you figure out it's easier. than it really was. You mess it up, of course, a few times, but you learn, and all those hours are worth it. You're super tired, but you want to keep working, you know?
Oh, dude, like I would. Hey, I'll tell you what, man. I'll do 80 hours or I'll do 1,000 hours for myself a week rather than do 40 hours for someone else. You know what
Hey
I'm saying?
man, I feel that it hits different.
It's a
Those
different. Yeah,
1,000 hours hits
absolutely.
different.
But
Uh,
yeah, and for me, I always put my guys first. People at the country club,
hmm
these guys are my number one priority, making sure
It
they're
definitely
fulfilled.
shows, man. They're
Yeah,
all happy here. Look at this guy with beef jerky,
beef jerky right now, man.
getting treated
That
right.
thing is too spicy. I want to be able to talk with that thing in my mouth.
Yeah, I can tell these guys are all well taken care of. It shows by the success, and at the country club as well. Three locations, right? Three
Two, yeah, we
locations.
have two. We
Two
have another
locations.
one in Fallbrook,
Uh
and
huh.
what's it called? That one, Chad ended up taking over. He
Uh
bought
huh.
that one out, and then we still have Rancho
RB
Bernardo,
and Escondido.
RB and Escondido, and we
And I've
have
been to both. Those are freaking awesome.
yeah, we have future plans. Obviously, trying to open up some more,
Oh
and
yeah.
for us though, we want to try to make it so that way, if the guys are ready to open up, I'd rather partner up with them than develop managers, just because it seems like it's a better business model, you know.
Oh yeah. Of course. It's freaking awesome. These guys have it made up in here, Ivy League, man. And you guys are spoiled up in here.
What kind of advice you got, man, for someone that's like looking into getting into a business in the
Into
very first time?
business is honestly just do it, man. Stop thinking about it because someone else is, I can assure you,
Thinking
is
about the
thinking about
same
it as well.
thing.
And what's going to be different between you and them is you already have the knowledge, maybe. They might not, but they're going to do it. And that's all it takes. It's you to start, it's just do it, man.
Yeah.
A lot, we could have been wondering, like, oh, is this a place we're going to work out or not? But, we decided to do it. And, or we could have just lived our lives, like I would have been still, working at the shop. I was, it's just I'm really blessed to be at the position I'm at, and I'm so glad I took that leap of faith because it was so worth it. I
Yeah.
get to see my family a little bit more, a lot more actually. They're there at the store with me
Well,
the whole
they're
time.
with you, right? Dude,
Yeah.
mine was over here earlier too.
Oh yeah. See, there you
Yeah.
go. You see them more often at the shop. I wouldn't
Oh, dude.
hardly never see them.
It's eventually gonna happen when one of them cracks their skull on one of these chairs, though, for sure. Can't have a little 3-year-old just running around
Oh
here all the
yeah,
time,
man. I
but
mean,
it's
hey, they
cool
live.
though.
It's gonna be a nice battle scar.
Isn't that cool though, man? Like, dude, you have a son that's gonna grow up in a barber shop.
Oh yeah, he's already he has a little chair for himself and he has a little cape on it, man.
Sick,
When
for
his
real?
cousin, yeah, dude, when his cousin comes and all that, he drapes
No
them.
way.
I'm like, holy crap,
Does he
it's
try
like
to
a
cut him
proud
up
moment.
too?
I mean, he just simulates,
Oh, that's
he
cool.
just puts the cape on them and stuff. A little pizza one I bought for him
My
for
son,
kids.
my son did his first haircut today
Oh
at
my God,
3.
are you serious?
I was a mannequin. He just shaved the
Ah,
head. He
that's
was all
super
stoked though. He was like,
cool.
"Whoa, this is cool."
Hey,
I'm like,
did he
"Oh
use
man."
that cool comb, that
Yeah,
gold
dude, his
comb?
first comb,
His
he's
first
always
comb.
looking for that thing. I just use it right now.
Glad to have
I
been
stole it
part of
from him.
it,
Oh
bro.
my god.
I'm glad to have been part of that, man. That's amazing. His first comb, man.
First comb, that's a huge thing.
And he chose it all himself, too.
Yeah, I
Oh, my
know.
God. And he gave his first haircut, too. Oh, my God, dude.
Yeah.
My
Well, it
son's going to
wasn't
cut,
like a
too.
real, it was just on a mannequin, but he
But
was
that's how
stoked.
it starts, man. You take a picture of that and all that. He's going to be
Yeah,
super grateful. Like 10, 15 years from now when he's cutting himself. Oh, my God. He's going to be like, heck yeah.
so what kind of like, what other advice do you have as far as for marketing? How do you develop that, man? Because obviously you have 4,000, you said consistency is
Yeah,
one,
man.
but do you
Honestly,
worry about content?
honestly, it worries me sometimes, but like you gotta. It only worries me sometimes because sometimes I get psyched out and I think like, oh, people aren't gonna like this.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I feel like it doesn't matter. You just gotta put content out there. Obviously, it's gotta be good too, but let it be that genuine you. That let it be 100% you.
Yeah.
Don't try to be something you're not. Because people follow you at the end of the day for
For who you
you.
are.
Yeah, not of what you got or nothing like
So
that.
don't. So you're saying like don't.
Be
You
you,
got to
man.
stop doing the what's it called? Listen to it, replay it,
Yeah,
because it ends
man.
up being fake after three or
Yeah,
four
man. A
times
lot of times,
rehearsing it,
yeah, a
right?
lot of times in my videos, you see a little bit cut here and there, but that's because, like, there's so many things going in my mind sometimes where it's like I try to all say it all at once,
Yeah.
but obviously, like, there's nothing better than like podcasts like this, the raw you, really. There's
Right.
no, you can edit it, but there's nothing like it's really like for
Better than
podcasts. I feel like they're gonna be
yeah.
our listeners. are literally gonna be in a chair right here, right there.
Well, I
They're
know.
like part of the
Yeah.
conversation, literally.
Well, that's what I love about like some movies when the, in the end where they show the
Bloopers,
bloopers and stuff like that.
yeah.
Like, man, I wish they
That's the
do that
real
more
them,
often. Especially with like serious movies. Like that'd be awesome to be able to see
Bro,
that.
exactly. So I feel like that'd be a great thing for us as barbers too, showing them that it's okay to not be there yet,
Yeah.
because eventually you'll get there. Like a lot of the stuff we see on Instagram, what psychs us out as barber students, as growing barbers. It's like you only see the perfect fades, but
Yeah.
you don't, they don't, because they don't post, them
The hard line, by the
struggling
way.
and all that. Yeah,
Hard line. Yeah.
they don't
You don't
post,
see
them
the
struggling,
struggle.
the hours they
Yeah.
put in, because they don't post it.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean they ain't put in the work, because
Right.
it takes work, honestly, for to get to where they're at.
Is that the truth?
Yeah, a lot of people think it's like, damn, like for example, myself, when I was learning how to cut hair, I would get so frustrated because I'd be over here giving choppy fades, but I'd be over here on Instagram looking at Western barbers, someone with like 12 plus
Someone
years,
just
15
super,
plus,
yeah,
yeah.
someone just super good.
So that was really toxic for me at the moment. You gotta, you gotta enjoy
The
trust the
process.
process.
Yeah,
Always
absolutely.
trust the process. You're gonna get better. It's just about repetition.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect any day.
Well, that's what I always tell these guys too. Is like, don't ever get discouraged on haircuts because, I mean, dude, like I said, I always have that white belt mentality. I never think my haircuts are good enough
Exactly,
because there's
man.
always something I
Ever.
can improve on.
As
Like
always, man.
not gonna lie, your hair right now, dude, is giving me a hard time, but
Hey,
we're gonna make it happen.
I'm not gonna lie. My hair, I feel like it is kind of the tough part.
Hey, don't worry about it. We got Photoshop. We're gonna make
We're
that
gonna blur
work.
it out, guys.
I
You
know we're gonna make that
guys
work.
are gonna see this nice and blurry.
I know, right? Nah, but what's it called? Obviously, consistency when it comes to building your market is
Oh
obviously
yeah,
huge too.
man. You gotta be literally. You have to be. I feel like the best advice for marketing yourself and all that. Don't be afraid, man.
Hmm.
In the beginning, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, dang, what if people don't like this? What are they gonna think of me?
Yeah.
But honestly, that would
Obviously,
have just limited me to my potential.
I always like to call that as just noise. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
That's just noise that you don't really necessarily need to
Yeah,
listen
it's crazy, and it's usually, from a few people, but they're just like that, and usually things never really go well for them,
to.
and
Yeah.
you'd hope with the good heart you have and stuff that it goes well for them, but at the end of the day, you can't change everyone. Yeah, you can't change everyone. So you just, you got to do your thing and surround yourself with like-minded people, and I think that's the best thing ever. People who believe in you, even if it's just one person, it'll go far.
Sometimes all it takes is
Yeah,
just one
man, it's all
person.
it takes, man. You don't gotta worry about followers or anything like that, because that comes with doing what you love. What about you? What do you think about marketing and all that?
Yeah, that's probably my weakness is marketing. Like I like the idea that not a lot of people know that I own the country club barber shop or that I'm
Hmm.
affiliated with it. Like
Oh yeah.
it's honestly uncomfortable for me to tell people that I just tell people that I work there, I'm a barber. I just don't. I don't know. It just feels
Yeah, dude, I
it
feel
just feels
you.
weird.
Because I feel like they give you like certain treatment or something like that, right?
Yeah, like I
And
just
they
want to be
devalue
treated.
other people,
Yeah,
right?
like you see people's tone kind of change
Yeah,
when
like,
someone
oh,
tells you.
hey, how's it going?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
oh.
And plus, for me, honestly, like I really want the guys to get the credit, not me.
Exactly, man.
So that's
We spoke about this last time, and it's amazing, man. I wish if there was more people like that, then more businesses would be super successful.
yeah,
People would be, really enjoying what they do,
it's cool,
because
man.
it's all about feeling grateful about where you're at.
Hmm. We got the country club right now. We have two shops where we have myself and we have four other owners in the RV shop that all grew with that shop. And we
Just,
have Ruby and we have Bugs that just became owners over
oh my
in
God,
Escondido.
really?
So yeah,
Freaking congratulations to those guys, because
yeah.
honestly, I met them a long time ago. Tribby, I had met him at school. Bugs,
Hmm.
he literally, I didn't know him. He reached out to me through YouTube because
Hmm.
he needed help with state board.
Yeah.
And you know me, man, I'm gonna help people. So I
Yeah.
gave him, the knowledge I knew from it. He passed, and it's crazy because I met him at an event, and Country Club was there, so I was there too. We were just, connecting. and
Which
just
event
having a
was
good
that?
time. This was at the Cali Clips
Oh
Deluxe.
yeah, that's small
So,
world,
you
man.
know, exactly. That's where I met you too, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
remember
know,
that. Yeah,
you're talking
saw
there. It's awesome,
Adrian.
dude.
Adrian got second place on
Oh,
his
yeah,
skater
dude. I
trick.
was there cheering them on, man.
I know.
I was
He
like,
was so
dang, this
money.
guy's so clean.
Dude, it's insane, man, when you get to work with a bunch of just straight beasts, dude. Like
Yeah, man. It's
monsters in the
crazy.
industry,
Especially if
man.
they're humble, like almost all of them right there, dude. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you just be super grateful, man. It
Right.
makes you just literally be a mentee. It doesn't even, you know, like it's just amazing, man. When they're humble, they have the whole package, you know, and they're willing to teach people too. They have the passion for it. It makes it easier for people that are struggling to reach out, you know,
Yeah.
and want to learn. So that's a huge thing.
Yeah, I definitely want one like that. Oh, here's a comb.
Oh, there you go.
Ah, there
See?
it is.
Ah.
There you go.
Is that the one you stole from your kid?
Yeah. And I gotta go get him another one. So I'll bring him over there. He'll probably end up wanting to buy the whole store. You know.
Heck yeah, man. Buy it all so we can just relocate it
We
here.
got you. I know. We got you. That'd be
So
awesome,
cute,
man.
man. You laced them up too with a little taper, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him a little mullet right now too. I had to tame it down a little bit though, because we
It was
went
getting
to a
all too wild
wedding.
or what?
Yeah, we went to a wedding, man, and we couldn't be too aggressive in that wedding. He still had to look
Too
presentable.
aggressive with the
Yeah,
mullets.
you know, because it was, dude, he had a nice little rat tail
Oh
on
my
him,
goodness,
nice
dude.
little Filipino rat tail, so it was pretty cool.
That's hilarious. Such a cute kid when I saw
Yeah,
him.
dude. Yeah, your boy was playing with him. They were playing
Oh
Ninja
yeah, man. They
Warrior
were
on this.
playing with your mom too, right? They were
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
soccer in here,
I
man. I was
know.
like, oh man, they're gonna better leave before they break something.
Nah, dude, it's all good. We play volleyball over here, just like that little inflatable ball, and that's how we kind of test each other. Whoever drops the ball has to answer a question, or else they have to get out of the game. So
Oh man.
no one ever wants to
Heck
get out.
yeah,
So
that's a great way to learning.
yeah.
Heck yeah, it's all about that, man. It's all about learning ways to just have fun, man. Do all that good stuff.
Well, man, we're about to end it here. I'm just gonna go ahead and put some aftershave on you.
Ah!
Oh,
No, just kidding. That one smells good.
oh.
What is it?
Some Gentleman Republic.
Oh yeah, it smells
First
freaking
time, because
bomb.
this thing sometimes when I go like this, it'll end up like changing the nozzle, and it'll squirt me in the face. So good thing I
You
didn't do
start
that
like it's
right
almost
now.
like you
Set
pepper
it
spray
up.
yourself, huh?
Yeah, for real. So do you have any last words, man?
Oh my
Anything you want to
god.
share with the anyone that does all four of my what's it called?
All
My
four of your
you
subscribers?
know.
Oh my goodness, like you guys stay put, you guys are gonna get so much freaking dope content. I'm gonna share this. Don't worry, man, the followers will come. Obviously. When the content is great, they'll come.
Yeah.
It's just all about time and patience, and this has been such an amazing opportunity, and I'm super grateful. This is fun, and I can't wait for the next one, the next topic, whatever it is. This has been fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this has been an awesome opportunity, and I'm so glad we did it. This is like it felt natural to me. I don't feel nervous. I just feel like there's no camera here, and we're just having a nice conversation. Over here getting to know each other, even more. Chilling. Exactly the vibes from a barbershop. That's exactly what it is.
All right. Hope to hear.
Ah!
Hope to
Oh my
improve, man.
goodness, man.
That look okay? Nice little low low.
What the heck? This thing's amazing, dude. I never had someone use a blow dryer that well on me.
Oh really?
Holy crap! I feel like AMG right now. I'm gonna go call AMG like, what's up, bro?
Nah, dude. AMG
Bro,
is
my haircut
exactly what
looks
it's
freaking
doing.
nice, dude.
There you go.
I
Now you
honestly
gotta
never
now
had
you
it
look
like this,
like
dude.
it.
Holy crap, dude. Dude, it looks dope. I'm so surprised, dude. This looks amazing, dude.
End it off with this, buddy.
Oh yeah.
He's ready. Any
Oh
questions
my
for the man over
goodness.
here? Good to go?
Who? Oh man. Oh goodness. This is a good way to end this.